So I wanted to kind of wait a tiny bit to make this video, but it turns out Khamzat Chimaev may or may not have just missed weight at UFC 328, looking absolutely drained at the beginning. A little bit of controversy happened with the scale. We're going to get to that in a tiny bit. The UFC White House press conference just happened, and I have to be honest, Josh Hokit himself just saved this whole entire press conference. I'm going to get to that as well. Also, picking fights with not only Alex Pereira, but Ilya Taporia as well. So, we'll start off with the UFC 328 controversy. Now, first and foremost, Sean Strickland came in. He was one of the first people on the scale. He looked like he had a terrific weight cut. It may not matter too much in the fight. I do think that Khamzat's going to win, but he looked great during his weight cut. As time progressed, you didn't see Khamzat come out. You didn't see him weigh in at all. And in the last 15 to 30 minutes of the weigh-in process, of the weigh-in schedule, he came in 15 minutes before and weighed in at 185, allegedly. Now, for those of you that don't know, you have an allotted time to where you have to make the weight. The weight itself was 185. Once you weigh in, if you weigh above 185, you have an hour extra to try to cut the extra weight and try to weigh on the scale at 185. Now, he took off his shorts. He comes up to the scale, looking absolutely drained. And it doesn't show it right there. God damn it. All right. Let me just hold on. Right here. He steps onto the scale. You can see it. As soon as he gets on, it starts settling. If it goes above, that means that the weight is lighter than him. If it's lower, then that means that he is lighter than the weight or the ballast. It's over at 185. And you can see he steps on. It starts at the bottom, but then it slowly creeps up as time progresses. Creeps up. He says 185 right here. It has not settled at all. It came all the way up and it came all the way down. If it's in between this area, it's around 185, maybe 185.1 type of thing. But it doesn't settle. Usually it's supposed to settle. And you can see it comes back up as he's right there. Look at that. And he looked absolutely drained. And I mean, it does come back down a little bit. And then it comes straight back up. Khamzat must have missed weight. And the thing is, a lot of people are just going to be like, why don't they use digital scales? Why don't they convert over to the new age? Even one of the replies right here, don't know why they don't use digital scales, way more accurate. I feel like it gives them a gray area. Because we've seen with different high-profile fights, DC, Islam Makhachev, Khabib, they've kind of let it on the wayside a tiny bit. DC with the towel or the curtain scenario. Islam with kind of just a quick, 155, 170, and then stepping off. Same with Khabib. We've seen this with a lot of high-profile fights, so I'm not too mad about it. But it is something where it's like we do have to figure out a different way of doing this. Most likely going to digital scales. Because my other thing is, he possibly went to the back and weighed it at 185 on a digital scale. But then once he came on to here, it was a bit of a gray area. If they all had digital scales, I feel like it would be perfect. Now, if they all had this old type of rickety, weight ballast type of thing around the UFC PA, I mean, that could have worked too, but it wouldn't make sense. So I feel like they should definitely go to electronic weight scales. But in other news, we also had the UFC White House press conference, and it was very eventful. You can see right here they had the face-off. I kind of thought that they would wait a little bit to have this type of press conference, but I guess they wanted to have it quick, so it makes sense. It was very uneventful at the beginning, I got to be honest. They were asking questions back and forth. I mean, a couple of people were kind of speaking. They got asked random questions, the regulars. And, you know, Surreal Gone got booed the entirety of the time as soon as he got asked a question. But Josh Hokit, the man, the myth, the legend himself, MMA Guru states it right here, just made the entirety of the press conference, saying line after line, talking almost in slam poetry, and just taking the entirety of the press conference. Out of this entire screen right here, I don't think Diego got asked a question. I don't think Bo Nickel got asked a question. I think Mauricio Hoofy got asked one question. Sean O'Malley got asked one question. Like, it was just like, and then it was Josh Hokit coming out of the fire to just deliver one-liner after one-liner.
Fuck you! Fucking little bitch!
You can see Ilia Topuria right here gets into his face, kind of tosses a little can his way, goes like, you know, stands up for Alex Pereira, because Alex Pereira at this time doesn't understand what he's saying. He's getting translated this. And, like, you can see they start getting into it. They start getting into a beef. And Alex Pereira stands up, too. Now, I gotta be honest. Josh Hokit won this entire press conference. Out of every single person on this stage, Josh Hokit is the only person to get a clip out of this that's positive. He's up there with bigger names. He's up there with Alex Pereira, Ilia Topuria, Sean O'Malley, Michael Chandler, Mauricio Hoofy, Derek Lewis, who technically is a bigger name than him. He's more of a staple. And he's getting clips off of these guys. He's getting a clip off of Alex Pereira. Let's say he wins up against Derek Lewis and then he wins another fight. He's going to be going up in title contention, possibly up against Alex Pereira. Now, Ilia Topuria, who knows? Maybe he goes up to heavyweight after getting this welterweight title, after getting the lightweight defended. But, I mean, it was just like, oh. It was amazing to see. And just to see when your character shows up in a St. Rose kind of scene, because you see all of this and then you just see Sean O'Malley sitting there like, oh shit, because he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do in this situation. So it's insane to see that we got two very good press conferences back to back, with the UFC 328 and the UFC White House. It just sucks that it's going to be fueled with a lot of controversy now because of this missed weight cut. You know, they faced off. I'm pretty sure this was the one where they kicked. Yeah, this was the one where they kicked. And I mean, he got a lot of good reception. You can hear it here. Look at that.
Bro,
final fighter to the scale is the man around whom this fight.
But yeah, no, everybody's talking about how bad he looked on this weight cut. Look at that. Look at how skinny he looks at 185. It's crazy to think that he made 170. So anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about. I guess I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.